Well, as I stand here and talk to you today, behind me you can see that the visibility isn't that great. The air is a bit hazy, and that's because the air quality here in Delhi, in North India, has worsened so much in the last few days that this is now a genuine concern. In fact, as I talk to you, I feel a bit of itchiness in my throat as well. And this is why air purifiers have become a necessity. They're not a luxury anymore. You need them at your workplaces, you need them at your homes. But what if your work requires you to be on the go, to be outdoors, just like some of us? Well, in that case, I might have a solution for you. What you see here on my neck, this is not just another accessory. This is actually a very cool and useful gadget developed by some students of IIT Kanpur. How does this work? What is it? We'll cover all of that in today's episode, but there's so much more that we have planned for you today. There's a new iPhone competitor in the town pushing the boundaries of smartphone photography. What I achieved with that is truly remarkable. So that and much more in this week's episode. I am Anas Tiwari. This is the Digit Show. Every year, it's the same debate, same discussion around the air quality in North India here in Delhi. And with each year, the air quality is just getting worse and worse. Now, I don't know what's the ultimate solution for this. I think none of us know. But immediate solutions obviously involve installing air purifiers, looking for other alternatives, more personalized clean air experiences. Now, this device kind of claims to provide the same. This is Atovio Pebble, a pill-shaped ionizer, or you can call it a compact personalized air purifier. Now, this, as you can see, comes a very simple, clean, minimalist design. There's not much to talk about here, just the company's branding. There's a button at the bottom which basically you can press it to turn this on. There's a Type-C port at the bottom to charge this device, and rest of it is very clean. On the top you get a very tiny looking brush. This is where the ions are actually released from, and you get a lanyard in the box, so you can just install it on the lanyard and wear it around your neck. So unlike a traditional air purifier which is bigger, heavier, which cannot be carried around everywhere, you can actually wear it and take it to your workplace, to your meetings, to your family dinners, and at least have some sort of clean air. Now, how does this work? Now, this basically releases anions from the top, which are negatively charged ions, and when they come out, they attach all PM 2.5 level pollutants around them, like dust particles, like bacteria, viruses, and once they attach to them, they fall apart. So when you are actually turning this thing on, anything that is coming from here till your nose level is basically clean air. The company claims that this effect is equivalent to the kind of air that you breathe around waterfalls in forests, because that's where you find the most number of negatively charged ions. This runs in two different modes. So once I press this button, it runs in the normal mode, but if I really want to increase the efficiency, I can press it twice to activate the turbo mode, and that's where the real magic happens. The advantages over a traditional air purifier, first is of course the size. You can wear it anywhere, take it anywhere, but also the fact that you don't have to replace any sort of filters. There is no maintenance involved, there's no recurring cost. Also, you don't even need to replace the batteries, because with this Type-C charging port, you can just charge it once and use it for 2 days. So this comes with 50 hours battery life, which means on a single charge, I can easily use it for a couple of days. The disadvantage is that there is no way to actually monitor the efficiency of this device because there's no native app, there's no display here. I mean, just like in traditional air purifiers, you can actually see the AQI levels around you. That's not an option here. But this has been developed by IIT Kanpur's Aerosol facility, which is one of the top research labs in India. It has given us a bunch of great innovations, and this is probably one of them. And also the price is slightly on the higher side. So this thing actually costs 3,500 rupees. Now when I compare it to a traditional air purifier, you can actually get one of them for 8 to 10,000 rupees, even the cheaper and affordable variants, and they at least, you know, have a much higher and long lasting effect in your room. But you let me know, what do you think about a device like this? Do you think this might solve your problem about air quality or not? From that innovation to camera innovation. Now when you talk about smartphone photography, you think of iPhone, you think of Samsung's Galaxy S series. These are the lineups that have truly defined how cameras on a smartphone work and look like. But today I have a phone with me which has truly blown me away in the last few days with its camera capabilities. This is the Oppo Find X9 Pro, which is, I think, by far the best camera phone to come out of this year. Now while from the look of it, this may look like just another phone, what it has inside in terms of camera sensors is truly remarkable. There's a 50 megapixel main camera, There's a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera, but there's also a 200 megapixel telephoto sensor, which is twice the size of the sensor found on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And this supports 3x optical zoom, but it can also push to 6x zoom without losing any quality. In fact, there is a bit of computational photography happening inside it, Oppo's own Lumo engine, which ensures that even at 13.2x, you're not losing any quality out of your images. I have been using this phone in India, in US to capture a bunch of pictures, and you can see the image quality is truly remarkable. Look at the daylight shots, the way it handles light, the balanced exposure. It is truly remarkable. The details are on point, the sharpness is great, and I really like how it has handled light in different conditions. The telephoto sensor is where the phone shows its true quality, its true prowess. That's where you see even at 3x, 6x, the quality of the pictures is so sharp. Look at this Hollywood sign that I captured from one of my friends' balconies in LA. It has come out so crisp even from so far away. In case of most other phones, they actually tend to lose quality when you shoot pictures in low light condition, but that's not the case with Find X9 Pro. Look at some of these on-stage shots that I took. They're so crisp, so well defined, even at 3x zoom in challenging light conditions, making this phone, I think, absolutely perfect and ideal for wildlife photography, for concert photography. And the fun doesn't stop here. With this phone, what you're actually getting is this teleconverter kit. So this is an extended lens that comes, and all I need to do is basically put it on the back of the phone, install it like this, remove the cap, and this phone now supports 40x optical zoom. Now this is the innovation that I'm talking about. This is what it means to push the boundaries of smartphone photography, because this is something that we haven't seen before, I haven't seen before, and this further blurs the gap between a professional camera and a smartphone camera. To use this, there is a dedicated mode within the camera app which is called the Hasselblad teleconverter mode. Now this lens has been developed or co-engineered in partnership with Hasselblad, the legendary camera maker, and here you can see that while earlier you could shoot at 3x, 6x, now you can extend up to 10x, 20x, 40x, and the shots in ideal light conditions are just so great with amazing depth behind them. And this is something that, I mean, at least I couldn't imagine until a few years back. And I see some of these engineering coming to other phones as well. You will get to see it very soon on the Vivo X200 series, but I'm sure others will follow as well. But what Oppo has done here with this particular phone, with this particular camera, is truly amazing. Now beyond cameras, is still a very complete phone. You're getting a Dimensity 9500 chipset, which is the top of the line flagship chipset, delivering great performance. There's a 1.5K LTPO panel, which is perfectly fine for outdoor usage to consume content. You're getting a 7500 mAh battery, again something that we haven't seen on a lot of smartphones. The battery life is amazing. You're getting 80-watt wired charging support, you're getting 50-watt wireless charging support, and Oppo's own color OS with a bunch of AI features and a lot of customization inside the phone. But again, as I said, all of these things apart, if you're in the market to buy a truly amazing camera phone this year, this phone has to be on your radar. Now I'm gonna go and click some pictures and see you on the other side of the break. Now almost everyone around me who uses an iPhone keeps complaining about its battery life. Sometimes they blame it on the software updates, sometimes they blame it on some other thing. But almost everyone wants to get more out of it. So here is Yash telling you how to increase the battery life on your iPhone.
If you've recently set up your iPhone or updated it to the latest iOS version, your battery might feel weaker. That's normal because the phone spends a lot of time optimizing apps and various processes in the background. But even after that, your battery does not last the way it should, then these 10 settings will genuinely help. These aren't your usual turn off Bluetooth hacks. These are deep system level optimizations, the kind the most people don't even talk about. Welcome back to the world of crazy tech. This is me, Yash, and let's talk about the first step, turning on adaptive power. To do that, you have to go to settings, tap on battery, select power mode and toggle on adaptive power. See, adaptive power is one of the biggest battery related changes in iOS 26. Once you turn it on, your iPhone automatically balances performance and battery by reducing random CPU spikes, all sorts of background processes, and even unnecessary system load. So instead of sudden drops, your battery drains only when it is like absolutely required. For most people, this alone can add noticeable more backup without affecting daily performance. The second tip is to identify and remove battery-hungry apps. To do this, you have to go to Settings, tap on Battery, tap on View All Battery Usage, tap on Show More, and this screen exposes apps that are consuming way more power than they should. Sometimes it's due to poor coding, and sometimes it's the app that hasn't been optimized for the latest iOS. So removing or replacing these apps with their alternatives can immediately reduce background drain. Many users gain 1 to 2 extra hours of screen on time simply by cleaning up the top offenders of this list. Third tip is to fix location services. To do this, you have to go to Settings, tap on Privacy and Security, tap on Location Services, and now hear me out. Location services in modern devices typically use a combination of GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and cell towers to determine the most accurate location possible. The multimodal approach is often referred to as assisted GPS or AGPS. But the sad part is that it is one of the most power-hungry feature on any phone. So turning off location for the apps that you don't use that much, or maybe avoiding options like always allow or precise location, can significantly reduce background activity. Next up is to disable significant location and routes. So to do this, you have to go to Settings, once again hit Privacy and Security and System Services. So turning this off doesn't affect daily usage, but it can definitely affect long-term passive battery drain, especially if you travel a lot. Next step is to limit background app refresh. To do this, you have to go to Settings, tap on General, hit Background App Refresh. You'll see a lot of apps here, and all of them refresh in the background even when you're not using them. Social media, shopping apps, and news apps are the biggest culprits. Turning off background app refresh for apps you rarely open reduces CPU activity, controls heating, and prevents unnecessary power usage throughout the day. Over time, this creates a big impact, especially if you're using an older iPhone. Sixth tip is to turn off Apple Intelligence if you don't need it. See, I know, Apple Intelligence is one of the very important updates that Apple has pushed out in years. But if you don't use Apple Intelligence, then why not save some battery? Apple Intelligence runs multiple small AI models in the background that analyzes content, offers suggestions, and prepares responses. All of this consumes power even if you don't actively use these features. Turning it off stops background indexing and reduces processing load, which can help your iPhone to stay cooler and last longer between charges. Next step is to use auto brightness. Now, I know this might look like a small step, but your iPhone's display is the #1 battery consumer. Many people keep their brightness high without realizing how much it drains the battery. Auto brightness adjusts the display intelligently based on your surroundings, preventing the screens from unnecessarily staying at full power. This alone protects your battery on sunny days and saves a lot of power indoors. Next step is to enable automatic app updates. To do this, you have to tap on Settings, tap on App Store, and enable app updates. Updated apps are usually more battery efficient because developers patch old bugs, remove outdated frameworks, and optimize the entire app for the newer iOS versions. Keeping apps updated ensures they don't run inefficient background processes that eventually will drain the entire battery. You won't feel the impact immediately, but in long term, yes, you will. And if you have been ignoring updates for all these weeks, you might be using apps that aren't fully compatible for the latest iOS. The older versions often drain extra power, crash more, and keeps reloading in the background. Updating everything in one go resets all that and gives you an iPhone that is more stable and has efficient app environment. Last step is to update your iPhone to the latest iOS version. To do that, you have to tap on Settings, hit General, tap on Software Update, and whichever software update is available for your iPhone, just update that. Also, if you're missing on any of the features that I've mentioned, your iPhone is probably running on an older iOS version. Apple regularly pushes battery optimization patches, bug fixes, and improvements to features like adaptive power. Updating ensures you're getting the best possible battery performance and the latest optimization your hardware supports. So to recap, we basically cleaned up everything that was silently eating up your iPhone's battery. We turned on adaptive power to stabilize your battery usage, removed apps that was secretly draining your iPhone's battery, and fixed location settings so that your iPhone isn't constantly tracking you in the background. We also shut off things like significant locations and background app refresh, which quietly wake your phone hundreds of times a day. We then reduced all unnecessary processing by turning off unused Apple Intelligence features, used auto brightness to stop the screen from staying at maximum power all day, and made sure your apps stay updated so that your iPhone can run more efficiently. And finally, we also updated iOS itself to get the latest battery optimizations. Put all of this together and your iPhone simply becomes calmer, has fewer background tasks, random CPU spikes, less heating, and a battery that easily lasts longer through the day. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope the audience watching this show on TV likes it. Back to you, Manas.
I don't know about you, but at least I'm going to go back home and try some of these tips. While Yash was busy exploring his iPhone, Aman actually flew down to Bangalore to talk to one of top executives from Amazon and understand their vision for Alexa devices in India. So let's hear it from him.
Hello everyone, Aman here for Digit, and on today's episode we have two key figures from Amazon's Fire TV team. We have Aiden, who's the global VP of Amazon Fire TV. He's visiting India for the first time following announcements around Alexa Plus and other Fire TV innovations. And joining him is Mr. Dilip. He's the director and country manager of Amazon devices in India. So guys, welcome on Digit, and without any further ado, shall we begin with the questions?
Yes.
All right. Aiden, since this is your first visit to India after the latest round of global updates, I am curious how you see India's role evolving within Fire TV's long-term global strategy, and not just in terms of scale, but the kind of innovation this market pushes you towards.
Yeah. It's been great to visit. And Fire TV and India are perfect for each other. You know, our job with Fire TV is to help people find what they want to watch fast. And there's more content than ever. There's more services, there's more types of content, short form content, long form content. And the innovation we're really focused on is how do we help a customer find what's next? And so we've recently launched improvements in Alexa to help customers find content from any variety of sources. And we're launching new devices like the new 4K Select Stick that brings 4K to a more affordable price point. And last, we're really investing in televisions. We've launched more televisions than ever before this year, including some incredibly, I think, well-liked products in this market over the recent launch holidays. And that lets us reach more customers and help them find what they want to get fast.
All right. So, Dilip, building on that, India has this mix of value-conscious buyers and extremely advanced streaming behavior, right? What's driving Fire TV's traction here today, and what do you think Amazon is getting right in this market?
Yeah, I think first, like Amazon, we work customer backwards. So we recognize what customer needs. So we make sure we have the right selection of apps, localized content, which customers in India look forward to. We also make sure discovery and personalization kicks in. So with this simple click of a button, customers can get access to millions of titles anywhere. And also not just OTT apps, but also music, smart home. And we ensure that we have a right range of products from the affordable to the most premium devices. So all kinds of customers can plug into the best streaming devices. All right.
So, Aiden, Alexa is becoming more deeply woven into Fire TV, right? From a viewer's perspective, what real-world changes do you expect this new layer of intelligence to bring to the Fire TV experience, especially as people juggle more apps and more content?
Yeah, Alexa is special in a lot of ways, but some of the most fundamental ways is she understands entertainment now. She can look across all of your apps and all of your services and help you find what's next. What's new is she can actually take the conversation further. With Alexa Plus that we started to roll out, you can have a longer conversation. You can say, I'd like to see some movies tonight with my kids. You can tell her the ages of the kids and she'll find appropriate content. And when you just can't watch one more animated movie, you can actually say, actually, no animated movies tonight. Show me other movies. It's just a small example of using very powerful AI to solve a customer need. I just want to find something.
Right. So, Dilip, Amazon has just launched, as Aiden was also mentioning, the Fire TV 4K Select.
That's right.
So, where exactly does this device sit between the Fire TV HD and the Fire TV 4K Plus, and what does it bring from the higher end model? and what has been intentionally trimmed to hit this price point of about 5,500, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, that's a great question. In fact, we have the Fire TV Stick HD, which offers good experience for all our 2K viewers.
Right.
But if somebody wants to upgrade to a 4K viewing experience, the Fire TV Stick Select is actually the entry product for it, the gateway product. And then we have the Fire TV Stick Plus, and then with the Fire TV Cube. So customers can get different viewing experiences. For example, in the Select, we get Ultra HD with HDR10 Plus. We get for the first time in India, the Fire TV ambient experience and all of the Alexa capabilities that Aiden was just talking about. And in the future, bigger variants of Plus, you get like Dolby Atmos and Vision, and Cube gets you a hands-free reading experience as well. So we ensure that there is something special for all kinds of customers from the entry to the premium ones.
All right. So, Aiden, Amazon has been expanding its OEM partnerships globally. Beyond hardware diversification, what technical or software level innovations are these collaborations enabling that users might start noticing soon?
Yeah, it's a great question. Each of our TV partners makes great products, and they make their own unique products. Some examples of areas that we partner with them is picture quality. Right. Whether each one has a different point of view about how to make the picture quality great. So we integrate those settings right into the Fire TV experience. You don't have to jump out to some other app or some other experience. It's integrated right in the experience. But they're also starting to adopt some new technologies like far field microphones, which will let you just talk to your TV. You don't need to pick up your remote, and you're now talking to Alexa. And so an example of hardware innovation coupling with the experience and innovation Alexa allows, that really transforms the TV viewing and discovery experience.
All right. So the competition in the streaming device space has become quite intense, both globally and in India. From your vantage point, what does Amazon see as Fire TV's biggest differentiator today, and what do you want it to stand for in the coming years?
Yeah. I think we have always taken this point of view that we want to put content in front of customers first, not apps. And so we take it upon ourselves, and I think it's critical for customers to put content, whether it's from an app, whether it's from a channel, whether it's from a cable box, whether it's a short form clip, all in front of a customer, all personalized and all super easy to access. That's our point of view. When you put Alexa on top of that, and you take super powerful AI, it lets us take that a step further, not just show a list of recommendations, but let you actually navigate in a way that's natural. So coupling a powerful entertainment assistant with a content forward experience, I think is what will make magic.
Perfect. India's streaming landscape is rapidly evolving with new apps, formats, and regional content trends. So, what kind of local integrations or software optimizations or partnerships are you focusing on to make Fire TV feel more India first?
Perfect. I think Aiden just talked about how we put content forward, and I think our first step is understanding the content consumption of Indian customers, right? So Indian customers we have seen have moved on from just the drama genre to all kinds of, they catch up international shows, Korean shows. So we ensure that all kinds of content is available to them. Second, we've also seen news. Customers love news. So in fact, just last year we observed that customers almost spend 1 hour every day just catching up on news. So making sure that content is available. And I think finally we have like gaming, right? We just launched the Xbox app on our select Fire TV products, and soon customers don't even need a console. They can access all the gaming apps purely through a Fire TV stick. So that's putting power in the hands of customers right in their TVs.
All right, perfect. Looking ahead, Fire TV now feels less like a set of devices and more like a platform. As you expand the 4K lineup and roll out new software capabilities, what's the long-term vision for Fire TV, both as a product ecosystem and as a streaming layer?
Yeah. I think of Fire TV really as an entertainment experience.
Right.
And we use hardware to deliver that to customers. And as I look forward, I see two things happen. One is we'll continue to expand into TVs and partner with more of our TV partners who build more models across all price points. Because when it's time to buy a new TV, you expect it to come with a great entertainment experience. And then our sticks will continue to push the boundaries. How do we let someone upgrade their TV and get the latest AI assistant by just buying a stick and plugging it into their existing TV? When I look forward, you see things like sensor innovation. We've launched TVs now that not only these far field microphones we talked about, but also can sense when you're in the room or not. So they turn on right when you walk in or turn off when you walk out. That ability of the TV to blend in to your overall home's environment and not be just a ladder name. And Dilip just talked about gaming. So it's how do you come in? It turns on, it shows making photos, you can pick up your show, and then you can pick up a gaming controller and play a game. It sort of transforms it from a box that is off sometimes to something that's a part of your life across many parts of what you wanted it done.
Perfect. Thank you, gentlemen. This has been quite an insightful conversation. As for you all, I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.
Well, this is it for today's episode. But as I keep reminding you every week, if you want to know more from the world of tech, you can always visit our website digit.in. You can also follow us on our social media handles. You can write to us, ask your queries, your questions. And I'm going to see you next week here on Times Now, sharp at 8:30 a.m. This is Manas Tiwari signing off.